I'm the peri survivor. I created this channel because I would like to share what I've been going through, not to glorify my journey, but because I had such a rough time that if all the research and experience and products I tried and people I talked to, if sharing all this knowledge is going to help at least one other lady not to go through what I had to go through, or at least help them through the journey, then it will feel like it's not going to be worth it, but at least I would feel a bit better about it. So I started struggling with perimenopause symptoms when I was 44. And I came across a Instagram post the other day. They were saying how the perimenopause and the menopause is such a seismic change into a woman's body and mind, is like a huge earthquake that destroys who you are, and then you need to rebuild it. And as much as that sounds dramatic, if anyone that is being through what I've been through would agree with that, that's the deepest hole I've ever been into my whole life. I remember 2 years into this ordeal, the despair of thinking, is this ever going to get better? I was such in a bad place that I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. 4 years on, I am in the best place I've ever been mentally. Physically, I'm completely a disaster, but mentally, I'm in the best place I've ever been. I've found a confidence I've never had. I made peace with who I am after being gaslit for a long time. Mainly, they always try to make me feel doubt myself. I feel wrong. I now know I'm not wrong. I'm just the way I am. So it's been a huge process. Um, as I said before, it completely destroyed me, and it takes a lot of work to come out of it. But once you do, the results are well worth the destruction. One of the psychologists I work with my day job at Irsalotto, Linda Engels from the Aberdeen University, she said that 25% of women get the perimenopause and menopause as bad as I did. So the majority of us, luckily, will sail through it with maybe no symptoms at all, or at least manageable symptoms. So these videos are for the ones that actually the 25%. But the good news is 70% of the 25% will feel empowered and stronger. So we're going to talk about what I had to go through. We're going to talk about HRT. We're going to talk about antidepressants, products that I used. Some worked, some didn't. People that I've talked to, specialists that I've talked to. Because the reality is, unless you're very wealthy and can afford to access a specialist, the GPs are not ready for this. Even in my practice, there are two of the GPs went through the menopausal training session. It wasn't enough. I'm now at a level where I tell them what I need. And then I did try to go private. You know, there is a specialist at Marhol in Glasgow, but every time I tried, it was about 200 quid to get the first consultation. And then, they didn't have a lot of availability, so I would needed to wait for like 2 months. But by that point, I had already done all my research and come to the conclusions and felt better. So here's my wisdom. I hope it's going to help somebody. And any questions, let me know. I'm not a doctor, but I'm talking from experience.